Hello students, good morning. Today we are going to see about Geography Unit 3 Hydrological Cycle. Introduction. Water is one of the most important elements on earth. All plants and animals need water for survival. Apart from drinking, water is required for domestic, agriculture, industrial purposes, etc. Water is very essential for carrying out almost all economic activities. Water on the earth. About 71% of the earth's surface is covered by water. The quantity of water present on the earth is about 326 million cubic miles. Most of the water on the earth is saline and is found in seas and oceans. The salt water constitutes about 97.2% and the fresh water is only about 2.8%. Out of this, 2.8%, about 2.2% is available as surface water and the remaining 0.6% as groundwater. From this 2.2% of the surface water, 2.15% is available in the form of glacier and ice caps, 0.01% in lakes and streams, and the remaining 0.04% is in the other forms. Only about 0.25% of the total groundwater of 0.6% can be economically extracted with the present drilling technology. Hydrological cycle or water cycle. Hydrology is the science which deals with the various aspects of water, such as its occurrences, distribution, movement, and properties on the planet Earth. Hydrological cycle is a global sun-driven process where water is transported from ocean and atmosphere, from atmosphere to land and form of land back to oceans. Evaporation takes place from the surface water and transpiration from the plants. The three important phases of hydrological cycle is evapotranspiration, precipitation, runoff. Components of hydrological cycle: evapotranspiration, condensation, precipitation, infiltration, percolation, runoff. Evapotranspiration. It is defined as the total loss of water from the earth through evaporation from the surface of water bodies and the transpiration from the vegetation. In cropped area, it is difficult to determine the evaporation and transpiration separately, so it is called evapotranspiration. Evaporation. Evaporation refers to the process in which the liquid form of water changes into gaseous form. Water boils at 100 degrees C temperature, but it actually begins to evaporate at 0 degrees C, and the process takes place very slowly. A real extent of surface water, wind, and the atmospheric humidity or the other variables which affect the rate of evaporation. Many studies reveal that the oceans, seas, lakes, and rivers provide nearly 90% of the moisture in the atmosphere through evaporation, and the remaining 10% is contributed by plants through transpiration. Transpiration. Transpiration refers to the process by which the water content in the plants are released into the atmosphere in the form of water vapor. The rate of transpiration is also affected by the temperature, wind, and humidity. In case of agriculture, the crop characteristics, its environment, and cultivation practices also affect the transpiration process. Next one, condensation. It refers to the process in which the gaseous form of water changes into liquid form. Condensation is responsible for the formation of clouds. Condensation is the opposite of evaporation. Forms of condensation. The three major forms of condensation: dew, fog, clouds. Next one, precipitation. Precipitation refers to all forms of water that fall from clouds and reaches the earth's surface. When the droplets grow large in size, they tend to fall. While moving down by collecting some small droplets, they become heavy enough to fall out of the cloud as raindrops. Forms of precipitation. Common types of precipitations include rain, sleet, freezing rain, hail, snow. Next one, infiltration. Water entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as infiltration. Infiltration allows the soil temporarily to store water, making it available for plant use and organisms in the soil. Some of the water ultimately returns to the surface through springs or low spots downhills underground and is called groundwater. The rate of infiltration is influenced by the physical characteristics of the soil, vegetative, cover moisture content of the soil, soil temperature, and rainfall intensity. Percolation. Percolation is the downward movement to infiltrate water through soil and rock layers. Percolation moves the infiltrated water through the soil profile and rock layers, which leads to the formation of groundwater. Runoff. Runoff is the water that is spilled by gravity across land surface. It comes from unabsorbed water from rain, snowmelt, irrigation, or other sources comprising a significant element in the water cycle. As well as the water supply, it drains into a waterized. Only about 35% of precipitation ends up in the sea or ocean, and the other 65% is absorbed into the soil. Thank you, student. Let's see a new class and next week. Thank you.